Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Nona from theonlinelover.com. I have another video for you in my Color Analysis for Women of Color series. Today we are covering Bright Winter. Before we get into the examples and comparisons and breakdowns, let's just briefly talk about color theory, starting off with this Munsell color system representation here on the right. The Munsell color system breaks down color into three components, the first being chroma, so this little pie chart with numbers here. The higher numbers, higher chroma, those are more saturated, more intense, more pure in color. Oppositely, lower numbers, lower chroma, those colors are more hazy, grayed out, and muted. Bright winter is going to be high chroma. So you're going to see a lot of saturation intensity. Oppositely, if you've seen my previous video on soft summer, those colors are very muted, hazy, and soft. Now the next color component is value, which is represented by this pole down the middle. The higher numbers, the higher values are going to be lighter in quality, and the darker values with the lower numbers are going to be darker in quality. Some people like to say high and low value. I think it's clearer just to say dark value, light value, or medium values, these kind of gray steps along the middle. And then finally, our third color attribute is hue, the actual color, so the colors of the rainbow. Now, in terms of temperature, winter is a cool season, so you'll get more colors that are blue, purple, more cool reds, some blue-greens, and oppositely, warmer colors, warmer seasons are going to have more of the oranges, yellows, and warm greens. All right, now let's look at this little representation I made of the 12-season color system. So we have all of our seasons, spring and autumn, summer and winter. Winter and summer are both cool seasons. Spring and autumn are warm seasons. Now, bright winter is over here, and it is in between spring and winter. So it can share a few of the same colors as cool or true winter, and it can also have a few similar colors with the bright spring season. And remember, color palettes are pre-made with no one in particular in mind, so don't feel like just because a certain color is or is not on a pre-made palette, it might work, it might not work. You have to really see how it interacts with you as an individual with all of your nuances and changes. Here, I just wanted to collect some images that I think represent not only the colors of the bright winter season, but the impact, the beauty, and the energy. So, bright winter is a very eye-catching, bold, high contrast, and confident set of colors. These are not very restrained, diffuse, soft, muted, blended colors. These are kind of punchy, high impact in your face, and they look perfectly natural on bright winter natives, but these colors could easily overwhelm natives or people of other seasons, including me. Now here are just a few of the colors that I think fall into the bright winter category. Again, a lot of high chroma, more cool colors, some that are just slightly warm, like these lime greens and this slight orangey red. You'll see that most of the colors are medium to dark in value, not too many of these lighter or white value colors that are a little bit more pastel-like. icy or frosty. They just don't have that same impact as these medium and dark value shades that just really sing on the bright winter beauties. All right, so let's get into our examples. The first example is Camila Mendes, and if you've seen some people type her as an autumn, first of all, there's going to be always a difference in opinion, and that's totally fine. Different opinions and preferences and perceptions can exist. I think she really shines in bright winter colors, and I think she has more of a cool tone to her skin, her neutral cool skin. She has a lot of high contrast to her hair and her skin, her brows, her features, and I really do think these bright winter colors bring out that striking quality of her face. All right, so let's start off with some color comparisons. Here, top row on the left, these very soft blues and greens. They just don't have the same impact as this electric blue that just makes her skin and hair look so vibrant and rich and intense. And again, bright winter is an intense season. This is a kind of in your face sort of appeal. Now on the bottom, we have this more muted orange, which I think would work much better for autumns. Whereas on the right, we have this orangey red, especially when paired with this navy blue, just so much high contrast, vibrancy, so much intensity. And these colors against Camila's face, her features, her hair, they create a sort of high definition version of her beauty, of her appearance, whereas these more muted, subdued colors don't really push her beauty to the forefront. All right, so an interesting example up top here, it's basically the same color. It's an orchid purple, different values. So on the left, we have more white value, it's lighter. On the right, we have more of that dark value, and it just has that more punchy, impactful effect, and it just has this almost smoothing effect on her skin. It just brings out her pure skin tone, whereas colors that are not as accommodating might bring out undesired tones in your skin, and it just makes her hair look even more rich and vibrant. Now on the bottom here, on the left and in the middle, we have colors that are cool, but they're deeper. I would say these colors are more appropriate for deep or dark winter and maybe deep dark autumn. But this color here, especially with this lipstick, just wow, this bright black, this bright orange, you really just see all of her. She is glowing, she's shining, just gorgeous, just beautiful. Whereas here, she still looks pretty. She's a very pretty woman, but these colors just don't sing. They don't have the same impact. They don't make her glow. And lastly, here we have a little comparison between silver and a kind of gold-ish color. Silver really brings out the smoothness of her skin, and it just makes her look more multi-dimensional. And I think this gold kind of clashes a bit with her skin color and her hair color. It just isn't as beautifying. Now on the bottom, we have gorgeous examples of very confident, bold, and decisive bright winter colors and color combinations, high contrast, really gorgeous. My favorite is this true red lipstick on her, and sometimes this color can be too much on people who don't have this striking kind of appeal to them, but on bright winters, it just absolutely harmonizes with their face, and you don't fixate on her lips, but it just kind of has an effect of bringing out all of her other features as well. All right, next up is Aquafina. Look at her hair color. It's just raven black. It's so rich. There's just so much brightness and chroma to her. Her skin has this lovely slight beige pink undertone, and just so much contrast. All right, so let's start off with these two dresses on the left. These are very warm, more subdued yellows, and I think they really clash with her skin color, especially the makeup. Just a lot of browns, peaches, and corals. They're not really bringing out her natural tones. They're not playing to her strengths, especially here with this gold eyeshadow, and this warmer pink blush, this fairy gold, marigold, buttery, warm yellow. It's kind of bringing out too much pinkness in her skin. Whereas here on the right, oh, so beautiful. Her skin looks so radiant and clear and pristine and smooth. Her hair just shines. These colors just bring out her brightness. They bring out the dimensions in her hair, and they just harmonize so well with her facial features. All right, so let's talk about how beautiful she looks in this red turtleneck, especially when it's right up against her neck, so you get more of that color next to her beautiful, super black hair. Absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful, cool pink lipstick, gorgeous brow color, nice black eyeliner. So decisive, so bold, absolutely beautiful. And one thing you'll notice is that bright winters don't need as much blush, or if any at all blush, compared to other seasons, like, for example, again, soft summer. Soft summers require a little bit more of a well-distributed approach to color when it comes to their face, but bright winters can get away with bold brows and a bold lipstick, and they don't need too much color in between. So really gorgeous here. Here on the right, this very soft lilac, it's just not having the same impact. And these soft peachy colors of her eyeshadow, her blush, and her lips, they just don't embrace the striking nature of her colors, and they don't create that contrast that just brings out her unique appeal. On the bottom, this beautiful like Barbie pink. I love it on her, and it just harmonizes so well with her actual energy. You know, she's not a subtle person. She's super in your face. She's bold. She's out there, and we love her for it. Now, on the right, even though she's wearing black and white, two seemingly contrasting colors, with this very small, diffuse pattern, you're getting a slightly like mottled effect. So it's not going to be as high contrast and clean and clear. So also pay attention to how patterns affect color perception. All right, so this post or this page is all about prioritizing the colors that are going to be more close to your face and staying away from colors that make you disappear. So here, gorgeous, go bold with your makeup. Don't be afraid. If you're a bright winter, you can really shine. You can pull it off. It's not too loud on you. It can also look kind of subtle on you if you don't do like a full brow look. Just having a little of eyeshadow makes a big impact. And again, she is putting this gorgeous color right against her face, right against her hair. That is where you can make the most impact. Here, she is wearing a softer, more subdued color up top, and it's kind of making her disappear a bit. I wish these two colors were switched and this green was up top to be against her skin and her hair. here, just a lot of soft colors, and a very like frosty lipstick. So again, you want to frame your features in a color that will really mirror the kind of beauty you have. And here, just a lot of grays, a lot of muted colors. If you want to be more inconspicuous as a bright winter, go for gray, but you will probably not want to do that because you're going to disappear. And here is just a little appreciation slide for all these gorgeous colors that bring out her unique beauty, that really strengthen her impact, that really play to her appeal. Just beautiful electric blues, bright blues, high contrast prints. Again, this magenta color and this bright orange color, gorgeous on the bright winter. All right, our next example is model Maria Borges. She just has so much chroma, so much dazzling, radiant luminosity to her skin and hair. It's like she has a light bulb underneath her skin and hair. It's just always shining. She's very, very bright, and she has a lovely high contrast. All right, so starting off with this gorgeous fire engine red. It just plays to her color strengths so well, and it does not overwhelm, and it's so eye-catching. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous color. Here, this crushed velvet is more subdued relative to fire engine red, but it is still beautiful. It's just not going to have the same bright impact as this color. Moving on, this muted marigold, I'll say it's not playing to her brightness, her strength as much. This color, I think, is a little better suited for autumns, whereas this number over here with mostly cool silver and this really bright, bright gold yellow, she's glowing. All right, so let's go over a few examples. And yes, I am nitpicking. No one's going to nitpick you like this in real life, but it's just nice to go into detail, be a little bit more thorough. But don't worry, no one's going to be analyzing you like this in real life. I really doubt that. So here, starting off with this gorgeous lip color, it's great on her. These blues and greens are pretty colors. I just wish they were a little bit more high chroma, then they would be perfect. Here is this very icy, frosty mint, and it is a cool color, but it just lacks that brightness, and I just don't think it causes her features to really stick out. You see the color first instead of seeing her first, if that makes sense. Here, very bright colors. I wish the pink was in the spot of the yellow, because that would be the most perfect color against her face. And then here, these two pictures, perfection. We have these high chroma pinks, these lighter value blues and purples sprinkled in, this crisp white. She looks so enchanting. And here with the red and the crisp white, so elegant, so bold, just gorgeous. And here is an appreciation side of her looking beautiful. Just to point out a little bit of difference and effect, here is more of a true or dark winter red. It's still gorgeous on her, but it's not having the same powerful effect as this beautiful orangey crimson. Just really brings out this high definition beauty. And again, more of these gorgeous hot pinks. And finally, our last example is Erica Fernandez. She is a Bollywood actress and a YouTuber. And the great thing about her is that she creates a lot of beauty and skincare videos, and you'll see her skin without makeup. Besides that, she also has changed her hair color and her brow color, and you can kind of study how that affects the colors that she wears or how the colors interact with her. So remember that when you change your hair color, your eyebrow color, you change your foundation, maybe you get tanner when it's the summer months for you, those all have different effects, and that will bring about some change in the way that certain colors interact with your overall appearance. But I think she is a beautiful bright winter. She just has this gorgeous, cool, I guess slightly neutral or olivey skin tone. I can't tell. There's just so much variation in lighting and pictures, but she has gorgeous, rich, vibrant hair color, and it's got this bright darkness to it, if I may say. And she just shines in bright, rich blacks, reds, very, very striking beauty. Here again, we're seeing that electric blue, that magenta pink on the lips, beautiful, hot pink, very vibrant teal, and that cobalt. Here on the left, again, that hot pink, that bright, bright red on the lips, this gorgeous purple. It's a really fun set of colors. Here, these florals are really bright and vibrant. And here on the right, very muted colors. She still looks pretty, but I don't think these colors really play to that striking, bold quality that she has. She has that very stunning kind of beauty, and I think she looks best in stunning colors. Alright, so that was my video on some bright winter beauties, and I hope you take away the idea that color expresses so many different nuances, and that there's so much range to beauty, so many different kinds of appeal, so many different kinds of looks. And if you just give yourself time and energy to contemplate your own beauty and how certain colors interact with not only your outer appearance, but how they interact with your mood, your energy inside, that will create a more profound relationship to the colors you choose to include in your life, in your wardrobe, in your makeup bag, and it just becomes more of an intentional process when you dress up, when you make yourself up, and it just feels a lot better. So I will see you in the next video. Bye.